Welcome to our channel. If you enjoy inspiring content that lifts your spirit, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button to support us. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will never miss a new video. Your support helps us reach more people with messages of hope and faith.
Honey, I'm really worried about Junior. His performance in school has declined so much. People used to know him as a genius, and now, all of a sudden, he's struggling.
I know. I'm really surprised. How did this happen to him?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Something must be wrong, and we need to do something about it.
Yes, we have to. We can't just sit back and watch him struggle. We need to find out what's going on and help him.
Mary, how is everything? All fine, Anna. That's good to hear. You know Junior, our only son. Of course. That smart boy. Things have begun to change. He is no longer as smart as he used to be. He's really struggling now. Unbelievable. What happened to him? That's the strange part. We've done all the necessary medical tests, and everything came back fine. He is perfectly healthy. One other thing I know could be responsible. Do you know if he has been sharing something like wares or clothes with people? I'm not sure about that. But some of his clothes that he can't wear anymore, I gave them away myself. Mary, then you are the cause of what is happening to him. What? How? What we wear is part of us, Mary. Clothes carry energy, identity, and even destiny. If we are careless about giving them away, we might unknowingly hand over a part of ourselves. I had no idea. Here are some secrets behind this idea. 1. Clothes carry identity. Cloth carries deep spiritual, emotional, and symbolic meaning. Across many cultures and traditions, clothing is believed to absorb the essence of its wearer, their energy, emotions, experiences, and even aspects of their destiny. This belief stems from the idea that what we wear becomes an extension of who we are, acting as a second skin that not only covers us but also retains a part of our identity. Think about it, when you wear an outfit frequently, it becomes associated with specific memories, feelings, and even life phases. That's why certain pieces of clothing can evoke strong emotions, either joy, sadness, confidence, or nostalgia, whenever we put them on. This is also why uniforms, robes, and special garments hold significance in religious and cultural settings. They don't just represent authority or status. They embody the energy and purpose of the person wearing them. Now, when a person gives away their clothing without proper thought or intention, they may unknowingly transfer parts of themselves, both physically and spiritually, to someone else. Some traditions even caution that a person's favor, blessings, or anointing can be passed on through garments. This is why, in some cultures, it is customary to pray over clothes before giving them away, ensuring that no unintended transfer of energy or destiny occurs. A powerful biblical example of this principle can be found in 2 Kings 2:13-14, when Elisha received Elijah's mantle after Elijah was taken up to heaven. This mantle was not just an ordinary piece of clothing, it carried the prophetic anointing of Elijah. When Elisha picked up the mantle, he immediately received a double portion of Elijah's spirit and was able to perform similar miracles, including parting the Jordan River. This shows that garments can hold spiritual significance and transfer power, blessings, and authority from one person to another. Another example is found in Mark 5:25-34, where a woman with an issue of blood touched the hem of Jesus' garment and was instantly healed. The power of Jesus flowed through his clothing, demonstrating that garments can carry anointing and divine energy. This concept also explains why some people are cautious about wearing second-hand clothing without praying over it first. They believe that clothes can carry the struggles, burdens, or even spiritual battles of their previous owners. If a person wore a garment during a difficult time in their life, perhaps while experiencing depression, hardship, or negative emotions, that energy could remain attached to the clothing. Similarly, if someone was highly favored or blessed while wearing a certain garment, traces of that favor might linger. This is why it's essential to be mindful when giving away or receiving clothes. It is not just an act of charity, it is a spiritual exchange. Before giving away clothing, many believers pray over them, asking God to remove any personal energy or attachments so that the garments do not unintentionally transfer aspects of their former owner's life. 2. Exchange of destiny and fortunes. Destiny is a divine path set before every individual, a unique purpose assigned by God that shapes their journey in life. However, many people do not realize that destiny can be influenced, altered, or even exchanged, sometimes unknowingly. One of the ways this can happen is through personal items, particularly clothing, which carries the identity, energy, and spiritual imprint of its owner. Throughout history, many cultures have recognized that personal belongings, especially garments, are deeply connected to a person's fortune and destiny. Clothing is not just a covering. It represents authority, favor, and even the blessings one carries. This is why people are often warned to be careful about who they share their garments with, as an unintentional exchange can take place. When someone wears your clothes or possesses something that belongs to you, it can create a spiritual connection, one that may transfer both positive and negative elements of life. A powerful biblical example of destiny exchanged through garments is found in the story of Jacob and Esau in Genesis 27. Esau was the firstborn, and by birthright, he was entitled to his father Isaac's blessing, a blessing that would establish his future, wealth, and authority. However, when it was time for Isaac to bestow this blessing, Jacob, with the help of his mother Rebekah, wore Esau's clothes and presented himself before his father. Because Isaac was old and nearly blind, he identified Jacob as Esau through the feel and scent of the clothing. As a result, Jacob received the blessing that was originally meant for Esau. This story reveals a deep spiritual mystery. Clothing carried Esau's identity, and by wearing it, Jacob was able to step into his destiny and claim what belonged to his brother. Esau later cried bitterly when he realized that his blessing had been taken. Genesis 27, 34-36. This event shows how an exchange of fortunes can happen, even through something as simple as garments. Another biblical example is found in Joseph's coat of many colors, Genesis 37. His father, Jacob, gave him a special coat that symbolized favor, leadership, and distinction among his brothers. However, when his jealous brothers took the coat from him and sold him into slavery, Joseph's life took a dramatic turn. Interestingly, though his coat was taken, Joseph's destiny remained intact because God had ordained it. This shows that while garments can symbolize favor, true destiny remains under God's control. However, in many cases, when people are not spiritually discerning, they can unknowingly give away parts of their destiny. This is why it is important to be careful when exchanging personal items. Some people have noticed strange struggles or unexplained difficulties after giving away clothes, jewelry, or even shoes to certain individuals. If the recipient carries negative spiritual energy, there could be an unwanted exchange that affects the giver's fortune, favor, or progress in life. In the spiritual realm, not all gifts are innocent, some come with hidden spiritual transactions. When a person receives clothes from someone with a troubled destiny, they may begin to experience similar challenges. On the other hand, if a person receives garments from someone blessed and highly favored, they might begin to experience greater success and breakthrough. This is why kings, prophets, and people of high status in ancient times were very intentional about what they wore and who received their garments. To protect one's destiny, believers are encouraged to pray over anything they give away or receive, asking God to purify it from any unseen spiritual connections. Prayers can break negative ties and ensure that an exchange does not lead to unintended consequences. 3. Spiritual attachments. In the physical world, we often view objects, such as clothing, jewelry, or personal belongings, as simple material possessions. However, in the spiritual realm, these items can carry unseen attachments, connecting people to past experiences, emotional energies, and even supernatural influences. Spiritual attachments occur when objects retain the energy or essence of their owners, creating a lasting connection that can either bless or hinder a person's life. This concept is not new. Many cultures and spiritual traditions recognize that certain objects can hold power, whether for good or evil. That's why people sometimes hold on to sentimental items, believing they bring good fortune, or why some individuals feel uneasy in places filled with old or second-hand items. Clothing, in particular, carries a strong spiritual imprint because it is in direct contact with a person's body. It absorbs emotions, experiences, and even spiritual influences that the person encounters daily. Imagine a soldier who wears a uniform into battle. That uniform becomes associated with intense emotions, fear, courage, survival, and even trauma. If another person were to wear that uniform without spiritual cleansing, they might begin to experience similar feelings of anxiety or heaviness, without understanding why. The same applies to personal garments worn during significant life moments, such as deep sorrow, betrayal, or even spiritual attacks. One of the most striking biblical examples of spiritual attachments is found in the story of Achan in Joshua 7. After the Israelites conquered Jericho, God commanded them not to take any spoils from the city, as everything was to be devoted to him. However, Achan secretly took a beautiful Babylonian garment, along with silver and gold, and hid them in his tent. One of the most striking biblical examples of spiritual attachments is found in the story of Achan in Joshua 7. After the Israelites conquered Jericho, God commanded them not to take any spoils from the city, as everything was to be devoted to him. However, Achan secretly took a beautiful Babylonian garment, along with silver and gold, and hid them in his tent. As a result, Israel suffered defeat in their next battle. When Joshua sought God's guidance, he was told that someone had taken cursed things, bringing trouble upon the entire nation. When Achan was confronted, he confessed, and he and his entire family were judged because of his actions. One of the most striking biblical examples of spiritual attachments is found in the story of Achan in Joshua 7. After the Israelites conquered Jericho, God commanded them not to take any spoils from the city, as everything was to be devoted to him. However, Achan secretly took a beautiful Babylonian garment, along with silver and gold, and hid them in his tent. As a result, Israel suffered defeat in their next battle. When Joshua sought God's guidance, he was told that someone had taken cursed things, bringing trouble upon the entire nation. When Achan was confronted, he confessed, and he and his entire family were judged because of his actions. Wow, I never thought about this before. Thank you so much for opening my eyes. Don't worry, Mary. Just take action now, and you'll see a difference. I will. I feel so relieved now. Thank you. Anytime, my friend. Junior will be fine.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.